Alright, if this video is dropping later than it should be, it's my mom's fault for not knowing who Mr. Poopy Butthole is. So I had to explain to her who Mr. Poopy Butthole is. Ooh-wee. To be honest, though, Mr. Poopy, because I was explaining how Mr. Poopy Butthole created the phrase ooh-wee, but to be honest, maybe he just got it from Charlie Wilson. Ooh-wee. Could have just got it from Charlie Wilson. Uncle Charlie. Always comes back to a black person, doesn't it? Literally. Always comes back to a black person. Makes sense. It makes sense. And now it all clicks. Mr. Poopy Butthole got ooh-wee from Charlie Wilson, and then everyone else thinks ooh-wee came from Mr. Poopy Butthole. It's white privilege, ain't it? Ain't it? Well, I'm gonna text her that right now. Or maybe... Got it. Maybe Mr. Poopy Butthole got it from Charlie Wilson. You never know. All right. You are the reason I love. All right, so look, yesterday at VBS, we brought in what each of us thought was the greatest love song of all time, right? So I believe Lovely Day by Bill Withers is the greatest love song of all time. Like, I just think it just flatly is, right? But this one girl who I work with who, was, in my youth group when I was in the youth and at my high school and everything, right? So she brought in her suggestion was You Are by Charlie Wilson. Bro, listen, that's a strong You Are by Charlie Wilson. Honestly, she might be onto something, because look, You Are by Charlie Wilson used to actually make me tear up when I was a youngin'. Like, when I was like a youngin'. Like a young lad. Not a lad, but a young man. Sneeze. Appreciate it. I'm saying appreciate it for those of you in the future who said bless you. I appreciate it. Still, yeah, no. You Are by Charlie Wilson. That's a beautiful song. That's a beautiful song, bro. Even when I was like 18, 19, young man for real, used to make me tear up for real. I feel like if I listen to it right now, it'd probably make me tear up. Not even gonna lie. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just, I don't know. It might make me tear up for different reasons now. It might make me tear up for different reasons now. You feel me? I might be too heartbroken. I don't know. I'm like, Dominic, you're heartbroken? You don't seem heartbroken. Listen here. Am I crippled heartbroken? No. I was. Am I anymore? No. Am I like thinking about it all, like can't enjoy my day, like thinking about it all the time heartbroken? No, definitely not. I'll tell you where I am as far as heartbreak goes. It's like all right, picture you suffered an injury, right? Because that's what heartbreak is. It's suffering an injury, right? So you suffered a crucial injury. And you've gone through, like, it's been months. Like, you've gone through rehab process, You've gone through the strenuous healing process, right? To the point where it's like you don't need crutches no more. You're not limping. You're not limping at all. You feel me? You're not like you're good. Like to the average, like no one would even see you and think injured. Like you're good. You're not limping. Like you're straight for real, right? But it like maybe when you just like motion it a certain way, you feel a little soreness. Like it's not even sore just regularly, but it's just only if you do maybe move it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Press on it a certain amount of pressure, you feel soreness. That's where I am with heartbreak. That's where I am with. That's right there. That spot. There's just a little soreness. Only when I, move it certain ways, tweak it certain ways, press on it certain ways. Know what I'm saying? That's where we're at. And that's all right. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. That's all I'm gonna say about that in this episode. Maybe one day in the future, when there's no soreness at all, and I don't know, one day in the future, because that's the thing, we got years on here, y'all. So eventually, I'm sure maybe I'll expound on it a little more about, life and heartbreak and all of that kind of stuff. But not tonight. Oh my gosh, Dion! I'm starting to think my brain is just sending me yawns to troll me at this point. Because how Sway? How fam? Speaking of how Sway, bro, I don't care what anyone says. Ironheart hard, bro. Ironheart hard, bro. What are we talking about? I'm mad it's only 6 episodes long, and I'm even more upset we got 3 in one day and then 3 next week. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? That's just not smart, bro. They stop this 3-episode thing. That's what they did with Spider-Man. Spider-Man was fire. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. If you have not watched your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, bro, that mug is fire, bro. The mug is fire, bro. It's actually fire. They dropped it 3 episodes at a time. For what? What is this? Like, I feel like the only show that worked was Andor. It worked for Andor, season 1. I have not seen Andor season 2 because I'm waiting. Okay, so I plan on starting a reaction channel later on this year, like in autumn, right? And I think Andor season 2, I think it's probably going to be like the first show I watch on it. So literally when it was dropping, it's kind of the same idea. Around the same time period when I had like the layout for when I wanted to start my reaction channel. So I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm going to hold out. I feel like it's going to keep me motivated because I really want to watch Andor season 2. So by holding out, it's going to keep me motivated to go, get the equipment I need and all that stuff to start the channel. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. Also, I have other shows I want to watch from. I want to watch Ginny and Georgia. There's other stuff. I know there's other stuff. Solo Leveling? Was that one of the ones? I think Solo Leveling was one of the ones. Yeah, so just the reaction channel is going to be fire. Reaction channel is going to be fire for sure. For sure. Them pushing back my album. Y'all didn't know the release date for my album anyways. I don't think I ever mentioned that to y'all. But I think I'm gonna push it back. What else we got? Speaking of Mr. Poopy Butthole, I think I accidentally ate pork, bro. It's advertised as chicken, bro, but I think it was pork. I'm kind of annoying. So for fun fact about me, I don't eat pork. I stopped eating pork in 2020, so we're approaching 5-year mark. It was August of 2020, so it's, we're in late June of 2025. So yeah, almost 5 years of nobody eating pork. I think I accidentally ate some though. I think my stomach don't like it for real. I haven't even been on like the toilet for real. Yeah, another guy. I haven't even been on the toilet for real. But it's just like my stomach's just doing a lot of strange things that I can only attribute to I ate pork. So yeah, that's that. Alright, so look. Let me take a swig. What the heck? Why my water bottle, bro? My water bottle, plain water, bro. Tell me why that mug tastes like freaking echinacea. That was weird. Oh my gosh. Maybe my mouth just misses echinacea. I used to drink echinacea a lot. Maybe my mouth just misses it. I need echinacea back in my life, apparently. I don't know. That's crazy. Okay. So look, because after this, I'm watching The Bear. Right. I'm not waiting to watch The Bear. All right, so look, so last time I was talking to y'all about the mission trips. Okay, so check me out. Right, so we established Christians, the OG ones, they had love and they had faith to do incredible miracles. Because that's the thing, I didn't expound on that enough last time. They're only doing these miracles through faith. Like, that's the other crazy part. I mentioned, like, these are, like, people who did not, it's not like these people spent years of their lives studying some ancient texts and spell work and all this other stuff. No. These are people with regular jobs who are now able to do these wild miracles, like these insane healing people, just insane miracles, right? And then if you ask them about it, all they're going to say is, how are you able to do this now? You weren't able to do this 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you were trying to provide. You was just a guy for real. Now you're able to freaking tell a paralyzed person to stand up. How is that possible? All they're going to tell you is, because now I think I can. That's it. And now I think I can do it. Not I think, because now I know I can do it. Now I know I can do it, so I can do it. Okay, you know you can do it, but like, how do you do it? Because I know I can do it. See, y'all, oh man, y'all aren't getting it. Y'all aren't getting it, bro. This is there's the thing about faith, fam. That voice in your head that tells you that something is impossible, that it's not rational, that it's not a thing, that's what needs to be destroyed. Because that voice is the only reason why it's true. There's a saying that my band director taught me that says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're correct. And that saying, listen. Because here's the thing. It's less about what you think you can or can't, but more about what you know you can or can't. Like, I'm sorry. Because now, okay. I know we're going here. All right, look. Stephen Curry, known to y'all as Stephen Curry, known to me as Wardell. Wardell, greatest shooter of all time, right? Right. The only way he could be the greatest shooter of all time is if he knew he could take those shots. Like, that's the thing. He can't. Y'all, listen to what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Yes, he practices hard. He works hard in the gym every day, 100%. Dedicated to the cause, 100%. I'm saying when it's in a game and he chunks up a crazy three, the only reason he even chunks up a crazy three is if in his mind, something in him, he knows that that shot can go in the basket. That's the thing. Something in him, to us, what looks like a crazy three, to the rest of the league, what looks like a crazy three, something in him is fully confident it can go in the basket. Or else he wouldn't even be taking the shots in the first place. That's the thing when it comes to faith, y'all. Like, the craziest things that they were doing, the miracles they were doing, even crazy things that we have today, like the irrational, like, okay, you think about so many successful people have talked about, yeah, I dropped out of school, I quit my job, whatever, fully went for whatever my hobby was, fully invested in it, fully. That's like a crazy thing, right? That's illogical, right? That's irrational. But they did it. And the thing is, the only way you're gonna like quit your job or drop out of school to pursue something is if you know you can do it. Not think you can do it. Think you can do it is like, I'm gonna do this thing, but like on the side, while I still try to build other career options, all this other stuff. That's think you can do it. That's not know you can do it. That's not know you can do it. I am in a place right now where I have more confidence than ever that I'll be successful in the thing that I want to be successful in. More confidence than ever, but do I know? And here's why I say this, right? So yesterday I'm in the car with my grandma. She asked me if I ever plan on living in California again. I told her I absolutely want to live in California again. I'd love to live in California again. She's going to take some planning and some saving, right? So she immediately goes, well, do you think you're going to want to go back to school, get a degree? Are you going to want to learn a trade or something so that you can afford to live in California? Well, my immediate response in my brain is, oh, absolutely not. None of those things. Not to say I'm not even opposed to ever like to those things. That's just not where my interest is right now. My interest right now is, well, no, I want to make dope art and do cool stuff online, and like that's pretty much all I want to do and be successful doing it. Make enough money doing it to live happily in California. That's kind of just where we are at. That's kind of the whole gist, right? Trust in God. God got me for real. That's the thing. God, I'll get to that in a moment. But my point is, the reason I said, but do I know? Is because, well, I immediately thought that in my mind. That's not what I said to her. All I said to her was, oh, well, I haven't thought about it enough. Which is a flat out lie. I've thought about it plenty, and I know exactly what it is. But I knew that she wouldn't, or at least, maybe I shouldn't say I knew, because let me give her the benefit of the doubt. I had a strong belief that she would not find it wise. She would not think that's wisdom. She would think that's silly, et cetera, right? Mind you, I'm currently living with this woman. I'm currently living with my grandparents. I don't know how they feel about me living here. They could want me out. You feel me? They could want me out. They haven't said that, but it could be a thing. It could be a definite thing that they want me out. So, like, if that's the case, then if I'm like, yeah, no, I'm trying to make dope art, all this other stuff, and she thinks that's unrealistic, then that's kind of tough, So I didn't say all that. The thing is, if I knew I'd be successful, if I knew, then why would I have not said it? If I knew. You see what I'm saying? Like, dang. See, because now I'm getting convicted, because I did not know we were going this way, and a lot of stuff I'm saying to y'all right now is stuff that is coming to me as I'm saying it. That's what y'all need to realize. It's not like I've thought about this since this conversation. It's coming to me right now as I'm saying it, and now I'm feeling convicted because I'm like, dang, bro. Clearly, I need to pray more about my future to the point where I have the faith I need to have. Because the thing is, some things about the future I do have faith in. because God's confirmed to me. Some things I have the utmost faith in. But as far as like career success, like stuff like that, I honestly can't say I do. There's things I think are going to happen. There's things I believe that I can be very successful in. Like, fully believe that, right? But, like, I wouldn't say I have faith. What I do think I have faith in, I have faith that I will not be, like, miserable, broken, stressed my whole life. I know that. I have utmost faith in that, right? But, like, what that looks like, how financially well off I'll be, well, that's the thing. How financially well off do I even want to be? That's a question. That's an actual question. Because the older, or not even the older I get, the closer I get to the Lord, the more I find myself asking that question. How financially well off do I really actually want to be? Because the reality is, if I can live where I want and I can feed myself and I can travel where I want, when I want, and I have the money to make dope art and other creative things and then use that money to make even, better dope art or better creative things, that is a beautiful life to me. Regardless of the size of house, regardless of the quality of car, regardless of the quality of clothes or how many clothes or any of that stuff, that is a beautiful life to me. And whatever excess money I can just spend on others, oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness, bro. Like, that is like, there's nothing on this earth I can imagine being a better blessing than that. I mean, seriously. I can feed myself. I have shelter. I can live where I want to live. I can travel to other places, meet new people, make new experiences, make dope art, and help spread love and make the world a better, more loving place. Are you kidding me? What? That is utmost blessing. Like, you know what? That's my prayer. I mean, I've prayed about that before, but nah. Honestly, now that I'm saying all this out loud, I'm like, nah. God, like, nah. That's my prayer moving forward. That's my prayer moving forward. Period. Because that's fire. So yeah, so that's that. So they have faith, right, to do these miracles. Right. So that's their answer. Well, now, because I know I can do it. Well, how do you know you can do it? Well, I know I can do it because there was a guy who I followed around for 3 years, and he was able to do all these things. And he said the only reason I couldn't do these things is because my faith was weak. But then he told me that once he dipped out, I was going to be able to do these things and even more. It was just part of it. I was just going to be able to do these things. And so I know I can do these things just because I believe what that guy said. Crazy how that works, ain't it? Crazy how that works. So a lot of times when we find ourselves being logical and rational and smart and wise and mature and all this other stuff, we actually may be finding ourselves just trying to come to terms with the fact that we don't believe what God said. And we're just trying to make that make sense. We're trying to make it make sense that we don't believe what the creator of the universe, who created each of us, said. We're trying to make that make sense. And we come up with all these bullet point, PowerPoint reasons to make ourselves feel good about our lack of faith, our weak faith, our egregious faith. So yeah, crazy how that works. But nevertheless, so they're going on these mission trips, right? Preaching to people, doing the miracles, showing the love, and showing the faith. See how that's showing the love. Wait, hold on. So because of the love, because this is all under the umbrella of love, because of the love, assimilating with those cultures, learning those people, learning what they do, doing as they do, putting pride aside, putting moral high ground aside for the sake of gaining some. Not even all, not even most, just some. Just some, because that's worth it. Because that's worth it. If you're actually operating under love, that's worth it. But if you're operating, under, I don't know, let's say pride. Like pride? What? All the money I saved up to go on this mission trip? The time I took off work to go on this mission trip? Pride? Yeah, pride. What's the money? God knows the heart, y'all. God knows the heart. Yeah, you saved up money to go, prayed about going, took the time off work to go. Imagine that. Flew overseas to go talk to some people, to lead them to Christ, not out of love, but because you just like it on your resume and in your conscience knowing that you did it. It's not about them, it's about you. And while God knows hearts, I don't know hearts. So I'm not telling any one of you specifically it's about you. I'm just saying when you look at Paul and how he described in what I read last time in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 about what he was doing to lead others to Christ versus what a lot of us do today, they just don't quite mirror each other. They just don't quite line up. And I just can't help but feel like we're not trying to get dirty in the dirt for real. I used this analogy recently. It's the notion of this person's in a pit. I'm not in the pit. I used to be in the pit, but I'm not in the pit anymore. But I see this person's in the pit and they need help out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down in the pit with them to help them so we can climb out of it together. That's not what we want to do. We were in the pit, got out the pit, so now we just want to reach our hand down and say, hey, grab my hand. Grab my hand so I can pull you up. Grab my hand so I can pull you up. And you're making them do all the legwork. Jump in. They're trying to jump and reach and claw to grab your hand. But they can't reach your hand because you're way up there. You're trying to yell at them to instructions to get out the pit. Do this, yo, grab onto this branch, climb this way, trying to yell at them to get out the pit. But it's noisy in the pit. There's a lot of people in the pit with them who are all yelling and talking. Not only that, it's slippery, they're slipping. This is tough to get out the pit. You're trying to direct them out the pit, telling them to grab your hand. Your hand is not in reaching distance. You're way up there, looking down at them. You're yelling, but you're not. They're trying to hear you. You're far away up there. They're trying to hear what you're saying through all the other noise that they're hearing in their ear. Well. But you could get them out the pit if you simply went down in the pit with them and helped them climb out. Because here's the thing. If you, who were in the pit, who is not in the pit anymore, went down in the pit with them, want to know how they can for surely get out? Because you know how to get out. Because you've gotten out before. You were shown the way out. You could get down and show them the way out. But you don't love them enough to part with your comfort of being out of the pit. You like being out of the pit. But look at the Lord, what the Lord did for you. Look what the Lord did for you, saved you, got you up out of that pit. praise the Lord, bless the Lord, praise the Lord, and everyone else is on their own to get out the pit. Everyone else is on their own. God got me out the pit. You get out the pit. And then you may be thinking, well, no one came in the pit and got me out. I got out from, I had to reach up, grab someone's hand. I had to listen to what the voice of what the person said up above, speaking to me. That's how I got out the pit. Well, maybe that is how God used you to get out the pit, or how God used someone else to get you out the pit. Maybe. I'm not going to say it's not what happened. That very well could be the case. And praise the Lord if that's what happened. Praise the Lord that you're able to get out the pit. However, I would say, woe to them and woe to you for whatever's keeping you from getting back in the pit and helping others get out. And not only that, the reason I say the woes is because the truth is, you may think, you may believe that you're out the pit. The reality of the situation is, you might just still be in it. You might have just been climbing the side of the pit, and therefore you've gotten out of the thick of it, and now you're looking back trying to tell others what to do, reach, grab this branch, all this other stuff to get them out, thinking that you yourself are out, but really you're just hanging on. You're just hanging on to the side. You're actually not out. You're just hanging on to the side. And that's a scary place to be. That's why I say woe to you. That's a scary place to be, because muscle fatigue is a real thing. Muscle fatigue is a real thing. See, the thing is, when you're out the pit, there is no muscle fatigue because you're out. You're not holding on to anything. You're being supported. You're being supported by the Lord. My muscles ain't doing jack. I'm supported by the Lord. But if you're holding on still, well, that means you're supporting you. And if you're supporting you, ooh, the muscles get tired. The muscles, hold a plank right now. Hold a plank. Set a timer. No, not like a timer that counts down, like the stopwatch timer. The one that counts up. Set that mug on your phone. Hold a plank position. Just hold it. See how the muscles feel. Hold it for as long as you can. Even when you feel like quitting, keep going. Hold that plank. Hold it. Hold it till you collapse. Because that's what's going to happen. Oh, that's time. That's what's going to happen. You're eventually going to collapse. You're eventually going to collapse. Collapse to the ground, to the floor. Sweating, shaking. You're going to be sore the next day. Woo-hoo-hoo. And I wonder how it feels to fall like lightning, because you're full of yourself. It's a long way down. It's a long way. I bet it's a long way down. It's a long way. I bet it. Shout out WLAK. We Live as Kings 2013, bro. Y'all don't know about that. Jeez. And I'm mad because the song's called Long Way Down. I'm pretty sure. Same old music, new genre. Same old Phantom, new opera. All right, I'm out.